So, and now to conclude, what is to be done? As we have seen, autonomy is not an answer. Autonomy is very problematic. Democracy, furthermore, is not an answer. Because if you give democracy to what? To these subdivided elements, to this very subdivided field, then it will be simply self-interested egoism, a self-interested policy of each of these subdivided subdisciplines within the university. Same is true, by the way, of the larger society, but that's another conversation. The only solution for the university's problem is the return of the university into a leading position in the society. This would require internal revolution in the redistribution of authority from objectivist hard sciences to theory. In many of its shapes, we can say that we can return power to philosophy if philosophy itself is reformed and the split between objectivist and subjectivist reason is overcome. Thus, the relationship between the university and society should change, but not towards the market mode of the subordination of university to the society. Instead, and this is what I propose in the utopian mode, there should be an institutionalized exchange between society's organizations, such as firms, state bureaus, etc., corporations, on the one hand, and on the other hand, the university as the semi-autonomous intellectual center. So the institutionalized exchange between these two spheres should consist in a generalized system of internship, so that, for instance, and one can discuss the details, all the university faculty are obliged throughout their career to spend a year in a sphere of real economy, maybe of their choice, while all the non-university professionals are required to return to university to study at least once at their mature age. And again, some of these things are being pushed for by the managers even now. There are corporate universities, but again, the place of free knowledge is unclear there. In the Russian education, for example, it's very important for the Ministry of Education to push the universities to introduce practices, what they call practices, which is the system of internship. But this is only internship for the students, not for the faculty, which creates a strange asymmetry. And it is absolutely unclear how these practices should function in the case of the theoretical sciences, such as social sciences or humanities. Usually this means that students are simply sent to research institutes to spend some time, which really makes this policy into a nonsense, while the idea is good. So, to return to my utopian project, this solution, of course, the solution that I propose requires the use of force. So again, democracy wouldn't work. Of course, there should be the self-governance in the university, but it is only from the managers, actually, from the leaders of the university, that these push for integration could come, not speaking of the leadership of the state. So, and the managerial terms should, in this sense, be modified, because the leading scholars, the representatives of the academic governance, should return to the positions of the presidents of the universities. I think here we should return to the former practice. But the university needs more leadership and not less.